Hello there, and welcome to the VOD review. So, okay. Hello there, and welcome to the VOD review of I Play to Win. This is a gold Ana, and yeah, we're going to be checking out. It is on Circuit Royale, and yeah, let's just see what they do. I'm also fairly new to PC, so this won't be as smooth, but I feel like it would be easier if I did this than I did on console, so yeah. So let's just okay, so let's look at the comps. So the blue team are running Bastion, Ashe, Kiriko, Sig, Myra, and then red team is Zarya, Ashe, Mercy, Genji, Ana. So you would probably want to be sticking with the Genji and the Zarya because more than likely the Mercy should be pocketing the Ashe for that damage output. Let's see where. So these have set up. Okay, so the Sig should really be up top, or even just on the bridge, I think. Yeah, this isn't okay. Well, let's just see what happens. So. Okay. Big. And just watch where your positioning goes. Okay, so you look a bit lost. Okay. So here, I'll just go back a bit. You should realistically, okay, want to be set up just playing like round corners, but you see you've got the long sights of it, and then so you can help out. So your Mercy up here, which might need a bit of help, or the Zarya. Your Genji is here, already pushing in with a bubble on him, and your Ashe is in spawn, so you already got down one already. We'll keep going. So yes, the Genji's just lost the bubble. You're very low, but your Mercy is also very low. So say here you can't really see your Mercy. If you play it back a little bit, because you're playing still playing like mid-range to the Zarya. Play it back here, you can probably hit your Mercy. Your Mercy should fly away. But yeah, I mean, you're not really in much danger. You've got a Sig, so I mean, if needs be, he probably could have. Yeah, he does look like he focused you. So nade yourself, and then just probably get a better position on this so that the Zarya can stay up, and then you can also try and heal your Mercy a bit. You can't really do anything about. Well, the Ashe is coming in now, but the Genji is off by himself. He looks like he could kill the Myra here, so just keep going. So I'm just gonna go back and just see. Are you zooming in? Are you aiming down sights? Something. Your Ashe is still quite low there, but it's fine. Geez, the Zarya was more low than the Genji, considering the Genji was being pocketed a bit. Yeah. So your Ashe, you should realistically hit your shot here since the Zarya's full health, but just go through her. It's like a headshot, but you could have still saved her realistically because you should have had a shot hit her. And then here, the Mercy is sat with the Genji, So you should realistically, you can still shoot him once or twice, since he's essentially got the pocket here. You just want to keep your Zaya up. So yes, look, you're still focusing on the Genji when your Zaya's half health. She's had to use a bubble. Okay, it's a good position. You back up. I mean, your Zaya isn't really taking much forward space. You would realistically want. I'm just trying to find. I was just trying to. So, yeah, your Zaya isn't taking much space. She should realistically be trying to push out. Even I wouldn't say Zaya. Sig's a very good hero on this map in particular. I would probably just try and do the Sig duel. But obviously, you're not the Zaya, you're the Ana. But that's fine. We'll see where it goes. Still, so the Moira was up here for some time. Go back a little. The Moira comes to punish the Mercy, but the Mercy drops. Your Ash should realistically kill the Mercy here. Kill the Moira here, sorry. So it goes, okay, so it goes to shoot, misses. Oh, okay, so let's try. We should realistically hit that. Your Genji is. Where is your Genji? The Genji. Okay, you're going to try to get out, but still, there's not much like positioning all around. So you're trying to keep your Zaya up. You don't really aim down sights much. You do need to aim down sights a bit more. Yeah, there's it. I'm noticing a lot. You're trying to like flick your shot a bit. So instead of just like normal, like they're here, like right to it. Yeah, you're trying to just quickly turn, whereas you can just, you don't need to be damaging anything. There's a shield here. You can just hit the Zaya, and then also you're building up nano. It is, it's what, about 120, so it is, I'd say, a fairly slow nano build up. Just probably based on how passive your Zaya is playing, but can't do much on that. Okay, you can top up your Ash here. Your Ash is losing a bit of health. Plus their Ash will probably go to shoot this, and your Mercy can't reach up there without being probably shot down. So you're the only one who can realistically hit this. So you see, look, your Ash critical. Your Mercy is well, should be about 3/4 by the time this all gets done. But your Ash is like completely sealed off from anyone. Can't get any heals besides a health pack that's there. You nano the Zaya when she's still quite passive. This Ash is still crit. Okay, you do look for the crit Ash. The Zaya, okay, you're very close with the Zaya. You should realistically be playing a bit further back. You should realistically just be like around here or so. You should always be playing at a diagonal or so with your tank, or with your DPS. You need to just be playing. You can't be playing this tight. You're very close. You're essentially sat as a duo here. When you've no mobility. You're known for your sightlines. You need to have the sightlines. So you're sat here. Look how much space you've got. You've got from here to here to here to even up here if the Ash jumps over. You still have that on the high ground for where the soldier is. The soldier is uncontested. Besides the Ash, but the Ash can't peek because she has no health and she has no one to help with her. So you get 2 picks. You blade. You blade even though there's 2 dead. He does get a 3rd granted, but still, it doesn't really seem worth it. Doesn't worth it because that is the old economy you have. Sash really hasn't really made a dent. It's 2 minutes and 60% is awful. Notice he's got Valk. Whereas you look at the other team, they're coming up on Flux. They have both supports, and they're like 50 close on. They're not close, but they're more than likely to get DPS ults than you are quickly. Soldier dies here, that's fine. Okay, so in terms of positioning here, realistically, you should be the only one on point. Your Ash is coming back, which is fine. Your Zarya plays very passive, which you have to be. You essentially have to play around that. If your tank plays passive, you kind of have to just match the synergy. So we'll see. So we'll see. We have 2 ults came in here. So the Sig ult, which the Suzu gets out really early. Kiriko ult comes out as well. You realistically need to be looking for the sleep on a Sig, because the Sig shouldn't. I don't think he'll target you here because there's such a large grasp of space here. Yeah, but due to the fact of the Kiriko ult, it will be coming out a lot quicker. But you need to essentially hit your sleep here. Well, watch what you do, because I don't think you will hit it. Okay, so you at least went for it, but then again, the pace you went for it wasn't particularly that good, just due to the fact that you went. So you hear the ults pass, okay, then you see it all. We'll see it all unfold. Alright, 3, 2, 1. That gets popped. Flux gets popped. And here, you realistically, right? You hit your Zarya once, so she's a bit topped up. You then flick down to the Sig and try and hit it. You can tell he won't realistically because you only realistically looked here. He went from here to here to here to here. You want to try and predict the movement because he's not going to realistically go back out into the open space. He'll go to where his team is or to where there's natural cover. So you could have kind of predicted he'll go more center than anything, just because. So, and then you just jump. So yeah, so you shoot the Zarya, that's fine. You miss, you go for the sleep. You can turn your aim a bit to the left. If you do it a bit quicker, then you probably could have got that. He wasn't just dodging out the way, there was no cover, he was just out in the open. And then it's a space of, you've got to keep your Zarya up. So you're already aiming, yeah, too high. He's not going to stay. You need to know, if you know the cooldowns or the timing in the air, they'll stay up and then they'll drop. So you need to try and predict where they'll drop and even drop a nade to time with it. Then the Zarya stays up longer. That Zarya's on crit, and then now you're going to be the prime target. But the Sig has left himself exposed. But your Zarya is awfully low. Your Genji's by himself. Doesn't have anywhere close to ult. Your Ashe will die because she's out by herself. And then the Mercy should be either with you or just... Where is the Mercy? Oh, the Mercy just died. Okay. So yeah, that fight's lost. So they did commit 2 ults to it though, so it's not all's lost. So yeah, they're just cleaning up the fights, which is normal. Your Genji should have just fed here. The ult, okay, that was an odd ult because the fight was won and then he died immediately, so what can you do? So we'll just see, because you're currently on 40% health. You know, you can start pushing a bit forward up, considering they did lose their soldier. They only have the Ash to pick, and the Ash is usually sitting on high ground, which is nice. It's a big pick already. You're still sat very far back. Like, you should realistically. Okay. So your Ash is on fire. You hear that, but your Ash still's on fire. You can quickly turn and shoot her. Yes, it's not going to get rid of the burning effect, but you'll still, you'll still get atom heals and also pump up your nano as well. So let's just continue. Okay, so here you're in no man's land, and you do stutter a tiny bit. Yeah, you need to either go one way or the other. You can't just meddle here, because the soldier should gun you down here. You're lucky he doesn't, because it's a low elo, but he should realistically kill you there. Okay. When your mercy's crit, you need to hit this shot here, which you do. Good. The nade was unneeded. Everyone's on full health. You're on full health. The Zaya's on full health. It was just a waste of a nade. I'm not really too sure why you did it, because everyone's on full health that's around you, unless you thought the Genji was there, but you did just hear the dash. So you probably shouldn't. You just shouldn't have done input in general, because it's just a waste of a nade. It's 10 seconds. You've lost with it. The Ash here is low. Your next call to action would be to attempt to keep this Genji alive. I don't think you do, because I think he's too far gone. The Ash can probably die if she doesn't have Coach Gun, which is always just a simple, you can just two-shot her, because she's already low, she'll probably die to it. So you go to aim for the Genji. I think the Genji's dead just based on this positioning here. But you can try and see if the Genji, if you had your nade, it would have been fine. It would have been perfect actually. Because if you had your nade here, you'd be able, see how they're all closing in on them. If you hit a nade, you can land it about here, and then the Genji hopefully backs into it, or jumps into it, or you aim it behind him, where it'll heal him, and the back one will heal him, but the front one will do damage to one of these. They're already low enough, so you should get the kill already. So realistically, if you didn't use your nade before, you'd be at the advantage. But we'll keep going. So So the Genji gets the kill on the soldier, but he does die to the Moira. So the other soldier is horrific, unfortunately. But again, you should have. It's 50-50. I have something you probably wouldn't have got the shot off by then, with just a travel time, and the Genji is very aggro. But that's fine. We keep going. So you target right. So there's a thing called target prioritization, where you need to target the character or the hero that is the lowest or has the most influence to turn a team fight. So in this one, it's already pretty even, as they lose the soldier but you lose the Genji, so you're already both a DPS down. Then here, the Kiriko is 1 health. The Moira is full. You also have sightlines of the Kiriko rather than the Moira, and yet you decide to shoot. Yeah, you still see the Kiriko. The Kiriko's essentially dead, but you need to finish that kill. You need to get the kill. You shoot the Moira. You should have realistically shot the Kiriko here. I know the Kiriko dies anyway, so it's not the point. If she didn't, because I didn't shoot that, the Kiriko would still be alive. You need to have finished off the Kiriko, because then that's one less support, and that's going to be a team fight 1 immediately, because they're down 2 already. And then your Mercy probably dies. Yeah. Okay, so here it's even, I'd say. They've just lost that. Okay, that's 1. It should be 1 anyways. The Sig doesn't have his ult, but the Moira does. You're close to anti. Your Ashe has Bob, which shouldn't be used, and you have a fairly high charge Xayah, which should immediately kill this. But we'll watch what you do. Okay, try and keep the Xayah up. Okay. So you need to. You're on low health. You should realistically just nade the floor, considering your Mercy's dead. You have no other forms of heals, and it's only it's a 3v2, so you should win this. I have a feeling you're going to commit an ult to this, but if you die, that team fight's last one. It should have been 1, and you only have 30 seconds. So you'd probably lose your nano if you die here, anyways, because you would have had to probably swap to stall or swap to Lucio to get there quicker. So you nano. Who'd you nano? Do you nano the Xayah? Yeah, nice. Now I confirm. You nano the Xayah. You can kill the Ashe here. The Ashe should die. Not the Ashe. The Ashe should stay alive. Sorry, you should keep her up. You're still prioritizing on the Xayah. The Xayah's just got nano. She's fine. She's fine for the time being. Still, the Ashe is dying. You need to turn. I don't know why you don't turn. You're sat here. Okay. You're 1.5 health. The Ashe might die to this Moira orb. Your Xayah just got the nano. The Xayah is carefree currently. She can be left alone for 2 seconds or so. All you need to do is just heal your Ashe, essentially. So your Ashe your Ashe dies because of your lack of awareness to it. You need to realistically help your Ashe. Your Ashe could have easily been saved there like 10 minutes ago or so, just because of how well they were free essentially. Okay, you should kill the Moira. The Moira will target you. If you might have your nade, I'm not 100% sure. You should have the cooldown. Yeah, you have both your cooldowns, so you should be able to survive this. But once again, you still focus on this full charge Xayah, the full health Xayah. Moira is half. You know you're the liability here because you're 1/2. You're a healer, and you have no health, no movement, sorry, whatsoever. So you need to either nade because your Mercy's still not back yet, and then either sleep the Moira or just kill it outright because the Xayah has a lot of charge. You can't die here, though, that's a necessity. So you do nade, which is good. You get the kill. You also get your health up. So this team fight's won. It very much is. It should not be lost. Bastion. So let's go back to this positioning here. So your positioning here is once again you're tied like glue to the what's it called? To the Xayah. Just gonna turn down my audio a bit. Okay, so yeah, you're essentially right. You're stuck to the Xayah like glue. I don't know why. You just shouldn't. You shouldn't be. You're not. You're not a Moira. You're not Brig. You're not even a Lucio. You don't need to be always stuck with them. You need to play angles. You need to play peaks. You need to always have. You need to play line sights. Line sights. Yeah, I think that's the right word. You need to just play like lengths. So you always have like an off angle on someone on your team. There's no point in playing very close to someone, especially a Xayah, especially as an Ana. Your Ana should always be like high ground or in some open space but with natural cover. There's zero point of view being frontlining, 2 stuck with the tank, especially this close. You can pocket a tank, that's fine, but you need to be able to have the foresight to heal from a distance, because that's what Ana's kit's meant for. Just go back to you. Okay, that's fine. The Xayah is low. You can just keep shooting. That's fine. You just aim in here. you're missing easy shots, which you save by just zoom in, aim in. You don't focus the valve. You might be dead here because of your bad positioning, of your being off from your teammates. The Ash has a clear hit. So it's a good Ash that you're dead any day of the week. But you can shoot your Mercy here, and then you just loop around and sit with your Zarya. So you don't bother with shooting your Mercy, you just shoot your Mercy. It doesn't. I don't know if you're counting accuracy, or because you don't aim in a lot. You just keep shooting. It doesn't make a difference. The fight's won. That you're just resetting currently. Nade's not needed there. You're still down at Genji if anything, so it's just, once again, it's another reset completely, I'd say. You need to just go back essentially. Like, it's lost. The team fight's already lost. Your Genji's dead. Your Mercy tries to res it. If it's a good Doom, yeah, he's positioning towards the Mercy. The Dynamite's there already, so the Mercy could die as it is. And you're here focused on the Zarya. If you turn, because you hear the Genji die, you see the kill feed. You could then hear the power up of the gauntlet. You then back up, and then you go to peel for your Mercy. Your Mercy saves. You can save your Mercy here if you play one further back, because you're still stuck to the Zarya. Just at a mid length now instead of very short. You just need to play long sights, long ranges. You can save the Mercy here, but I have a strong feeling the Mercy will just get killed. Let's just play this out. So yeah, so Mercy comes to you for help. So your Mercy, once again, I don't see the crit Ash here, but she's one closest one between pushed by a Doom. This Ash should be dead. The Mercy needed to be healed, because if you lose your healers, essentially the fight's gone already. You're getting still dead, so it's still a lost fight. You shouldn't be pushing them whatsoever. You should just be resetting, if anything. Doom dies. You miss 2 shots there. Just zoom in. If you aim in, you hit them any day of the week. Ash dead, so you're a bit lost here. You're just wondering where to go. But your Zarya, your Ash picks the Doom, and then obviously the Doom kills the Ash. Your Zarya's still here, so you use Zarya Mercy, and then the Genji's coming back, and then Ash is dead. You still need to be resetting. Just sit past here. You don't need to go past it. You go past the corner, because as soon as you go past that corner, this Bastion over here will just gun you down. There's no way they don't play. If the Bastion won't play high ground, he's coming back. You're just in fear of this, because the Ash should be set up here. Someone should always be sat up here, because it's always got that long sight. So your Mercy will probably get shut down by this Ana here, but you just need to be backing up. And then if you sit here, look, say you sit here exactly, right? You've got sights here, you've got sights here, you've even got sun up top here. As long as you just play sights, you're playing too close to everyone. You just need to be off in your own lane by yourself. Okay, so you're merely there, not sure why. Right, you can sleep the Bastion. You could have slept him a tad earlier, because you still had it for some time. Okay, not really sure why melee there. Zarya's on pretty much full health, and she's also been pocketed by the Mercy. You don't need to be there. You do a fair bit of damage as well. So even then, you can be shooting the Bastion. Right, Bastion's here. So once this Bastion's taken high ground position, you need to sleep him and cut him off immediately. So he's still raining down. Mercy could die here. Mercy just makes it out with 1. You pull the sleep out. You sleep them. Now your Mercy is on 1. You need to turn around and heal your Mercy. But you see, because of your game sense, you're too focused on here rather than the full 360 scope of it. You need to realistically be thinking, oh, like, I need to be here. I need to be fully aware of the body of space all around me. That's the only bit that's necessary. Because once you find out you're in this box, you need to be the whole thing. You need to know everything that's happening around this box. Genji's low, yes, but he's antied. He's probably dead. Zaya's on essentially 3/4. She's fine. Your Mercy is one behind you. You need to heal that Mercy up, and you need to also get out of the way of this Bastion. You play in any form of natural cover, then you're fine. But you just need to sort your positioning out for this, and then you're fine. So the Genji, okay, so you just watch the Genji dash up. You could have easily healed the Genji. Realistically, he shouldn't have dashed up, yes, but you have to support whatever is being like thrown in front of you. Genji, okay, he's not antied anymore because he got Zaya bubbled. You can shoot here. You know he'll dash up. You don't know if he'll hit here or not, but you know he'll go into some sort of upwards trajectory. That means you can hit him. So you still don't. You can easily get an aim down sight here and shoot him once, even if it's here. As long as he gets hit once, or else he's dead immediately as soon as you pop blade. Okay, so you just got killed immediately because you got no support whatsoever from you or your Mercy. Your Mercy can't do anything because of the long range. You need to be the one that bridges the gap. You need to be the one that heals from a distance. You could have very easily hit the Genji. Genji's dead because he got no heals. You just sat and watched essentially. There's Bastion. You need to just go out of his line of sight as quick as possible. Doesn't matter where, as long as you've got some form of natural cover, you're fine. Right, and then so you're playing. I don't know why you take this angle, but look where your team is. Right, your Genji's just jumped in. He's dead. Granted, there's two here. Okay, there's an Ana Ashe here, but they should be backing up. You're frontlining. I don't know why you're frontlining. You shouldn't. You're an Ana. You essentially should be the back line. Okay, your Zaya should be in front. You should most definitely not be this far forward. You should essentially try and play with the snipers. You need to sit with the Ashe, if anything. We'll keep playing it. You nearly die. You had to waste nade because you were frontlining. If you frontline, you waste abilities. So you need to play back a lot more. You play too far forward. You just need to play. You're not playing Ana as Ana needs to be played. You play her as a frontliner when she just isn't built for that whatsoever. Especially because of her kit. Especially because of her kit, she's not built for frontlining whatsoever. She's built for taking the angle. She's built for long range, not sitting killing everyone. She's a support character, not a DPS at the end of the day. Okay, so you're here still. Right. It's not a bad position to be in, necessarily. But if we think of the scene that's in front of you. Okay, Bob's just been chucked in. The Ana should die. This Ashe might drop. You're still up 2. It's just a Doom. It's a 1 fight anyways. This Doom might go for you because you are, you're the easiest killer essentially because you've got no movement. If you don't get out of the way here, you are dead. Oh, bollocks. Alright, so let's see what happens. Okay, so it goes to a Mercy instead. You heal this Mercy here. Alright, you turn around, you shoot the Mercy. Okay, you went for the Doom. Okay, you need to zoom in and aim in and hit the Mercy. The Mercy keeps you up, the Mercy keeps the team up. Because you mainly frontline, you're not really healing much. This Mercy needs to be kept up at all times. You need to always keep your healer up. The Mercy dies because you went for damage rather than healing. You could have very, very easily just healed the Mercy, but instead you thought, the Doom's low, let's just finish him off. But then again, your Zaya's high, and well, she's probably like mid-charge now. She's got full health essentially. She can deal with him. you need to deal with the Mercy. You need to deal with healing your team rather than putting forward damage. Okay, wasted nade. There's no one contesting. The fight's over. Like, there's no one here. You don't whatsoever need to nade. It's just a waste. You've got no cooldown, so you're essentially dead if anyone pushes you, which no one will because no one's there. But it's still the state of mind of, let's not just use nade because it's on cooldown. Let's use it in important situations. That was definitely not one there. So Bob doesn't need healing. Bob's gonna go. You know there's a bastion, so you play. Okay, so right, this. I still don't understand why you do this, but just sit on top of point. Like you don't need to be anywhere. You're pushing forward. Yes, to what? You do have nano, but the Genji isn't anywhere near Blade. You essentially have a really bad ult economy due to the fact that the only ult you have is nano, and you're coming up on Val. That's it. So we'll see how it goes, but nice. You still take point. You back away a bit from point. You just need that awareness of where Cart is. Keep Desire up. You've got to know. Okay, so you die by the Doom. You realistically, if you play Ana enough, or you play any support, the Doom always goes for the slowest character, and in your comp, it's you. So without a doubt, you're the slowest person in this lineup whatsoever. Okay, so you know this. You need to bait the Doom. The Doom is immediately going to come for you. Okay. So you hear Meteor Strike be popped. Okay. You peel for your Mercy, who's coming out from spawn. You knew where your Mercy was. You'd know that you could get a bit of healing, or you can also help her back up. The Doom will go for either you or Mercy. It's an absolute. That's what's going to happen, unless there's low people on. Unless someone else is very low, he'll go for them. Other than that, 9 out of 10 times, the supports are getting it every single day of the week. So what you do is in this scenario, you back up a bit for your Mercy, so she can Valk up, or she can Guardian Angel up, and then you have to play the ledge. You come back and you just sit here and you wait for the Doom. The Doom has one of two things he can do. He can either stay on top, or he can drop down bottom, and he has to predict what you predict. Or what you could do is you're still on here and you just jiggle it. You jump, look like you're baiting him, essentially trying to jump off, and then you hope that he hits either bottom or top, and if he hits top, you drop. If he hits bottom, you have to essentially try and bait him into hitting bottom. Essentially, if you hit bottom and he hits bottom, you're dead. If he hits top, you drop. That's your win condition. You are the win condition in this comp. Your nano can turn a team fight instantly if applied correctly. But due to your forward positioning and lack of awareness, you decided not to, one, help your Mercy get up, and two, understand the Doom ult and where it was going. Yeah, so you're just playing around, not really doing much. You can even attempt to hit the sleep. It is risky, but it could pay off. You nade first, which I don't know why. He's going to come target you immediately. He'll try and finish off his prey. So you can sleep this, and then you're fine. Your Desire might wake him up, but even then again, it's 50-50. Plus your Mercy's coming back, so you should be able to survive this if you slept him. You can even nano Desire, which I wouldn't recommend, because it's only a Doom, and you easily win this without the nano. It's a big waste. But nano's a quick ult. You can cycle it very quickly if you just keep using it. But I mean, it doesn't matter who uses it on, as long as someone gets it. Nothing. But yeah, you froze essentially here. You didn't turn. You just like stopped to stone. Okay, sleep. Easily sleep there. You had 2 chances to sleep and you missed both of them. So then Doom here, and then you're too slow. You die. The team fight shouldn't be over, but the Doom will go for your Mercy next, rather than anything else, because I think your Ashe is dead here. The Zaya's on half. The Mercy will fly either to you to try and res, but then she'll get cancelled by it, or she'll fly to the Zaya, and then the Zaya plus Mercy should kill the Doom. Okay, so he flies to the Ana res, and then the Doom goes to interrupt it and cancels it. So it just as I exactly said happened. Because it's textbook behaviour. He doesn't mind if he dies, he's interrupted res. That's 30 seconds killed immediately. You don't have no res for 30 seconds time. Like that's such a big play. Plus, your Zaya might not die to the Moira, but be gunned down by the soldier. It looks like the Genji is coming back, even though the soldier's low. He could have easily pushed that. Your team might be dead here, to be honest, just due to the fact that the Doom has played that much of a distraction that he stops everyone from focusing on cart, which they're not because it's contested, and your team will just trickle and die. So okay, so you've picked 2. You're still dead, okay, but you have Nano. And the only thing close is Val, which you shouldn't know, Mercy. This is a really good DPS Mercy, and a Genji. Exactly, this team fight should be won. Okay, so you play that, and then they just don't touch, even though the Bastion might be able to touch here, but it is a nanoed Bastion, so you don't really want to get in the way of that. But it is survivable. Plus, you are just coming back now as well, so you can still win this point. So Bastion touched. You're still awfully low. You still should get this. Okay, so you decide to nano this here. It's an interesting play. So you're coming back. Okay, you see your Mercy. Okay. Once again, of this prioritization, you don't prioritize heals, or you don't prioritize crits more than you should. So Ashe goes on her way, she needs healing, right? Zaya, Mercy. You probably missed the Ashe, right? But you see your Mercy. This Mercy needs to stay alive. Yes, you nano this, but this should be your priority, then the nano. That's a quick action, this is not. You heal your Mercy, then you nano, then the team fight is on longer. But you decide the opposite way. You nano, still Mercy needs a bit of healing. Okay, because you were too slow with the nano. Because you prioritized nano first, you weren't able to heal the Mercy, so the Mercy sat behind you now, away from your Ashe, where she should realistically be, but because of the lack of healing she got, she had to back up on herself. The Zaya is now pushed by 4, coming up 5. You've lost a DPS. You are going to lose your other DPS. The nano shouldn't have been used. You sleep. That was a lucky sleep on the soldier. You were aiming in a big pile. You were bound to sleep someone. Nade, big nade in, but once again you're still focusing heavy on the DPS. You shouldn't be. You should be sat on healing. Yes, you can DPS. Yes, Ana has a high DPS output if used correctly. But at this elo, your tanks play more passive. You need to match the synergy of the tanks. Then you win more games. Right. So full health. She's full health twice. You don't need to shoot her. Okay. Mercy's also popped Falk as well. So you've all got bits of heal. So you don't need to heal your Zaya once. You can even attempt to loop out a bit, but your Mercy should be able to spot your Ashe on low health. The Mercy should heal the Ashe. You here can focus on DPS because every other job is fulfilled. Okay. Full health. Doesn't need it. 1. Full health. Doesn't need it. 2. right? You need to be focusing the Bastion or the Soldier. The Ram's just a sponge. You can't kill the Ram. Only high DPS can kill the Ram. You sleep. It was a rogue sleep because it's going to hit someone. You didn't intend it to hit the Soldier, but you knew to hit someone because if it's in this large space. Okay. Zarya, it's 3 or 4 now where you've still hit a full health Zarya, when she doesn't need it whatsoever. You can focus on DPS. You can even try and combo a nade in quicker. You shoot, nade, shoot. You animation cancel. You get a big nade in here. The Bastion will die more likely. That's 5 now. You've still hit this full health Zarya. You need to be hitting DPS shots. Yeah. These are the priority. Valk's still happening. Yes, Valk's still up. She's also nanoed as well, so she's got even more damage reduction. You're doing too much. You're prioritizing too much now on healing rather than DPS. You need a happy medium, which you don't have whatsoever. Nade. Okay, it could have been a nicer nade because you could have arced it a bit higher rather than just going in low, because it could have easily hit off here or even off the Zarya because she's a bit low now. But still, the Ram's half, but he probably has Nemesis. But the Ram should be killable. You've picked a Soldier. This is very much winnable, but you have no cooldowns. Okay, you're essentially useless. You're only known for your 2 priorities of healing and damage. Just zoom in. I don't know why you're aiming out so much. You have an easy shot of killing the Ram. The Ram should die if you aim in. The Bastion now, you need to either peel right, so you're behind a pillar, or loop left, and then you're behind these barricades. You can't be sat where you are. Okay, aim in. You can aim in, and you still keep this up. If you're lucky, if you're good, you can hit an Ana, and then quickly flick. But I don't think you're that good yet. You need to just prioritize on one thing, so you need to keep the Zarya up. The Valk has ended, so you need to keep high priority on the Zarya. Your Zarya is your win condition. She can stall it out, but she has to survive this. This is aiming. So you did peel right, but the configuration form ended. But you're still looping around. You need to heal this Zarya. This Zarya is your win condition. The Zarya wins this for you if you keep her up. So just aim in. You don't need to zoom out. So you just miss a needless shot here. If you aim in, you can even hit the Ashe. You can hit the Ashe in this small bit here, and then you still hit the Zarya. So your Ashe might die to this because you didn't hit her before. Because of that one shot you waited here. Because domino effect of here. Now you're reloading, essentially useless. Loop around, you can hit this Ashe. You should hit this Ashe essentially. As she arcs. She'll land about, she'll be out here, and you should be able to hit the heal on here. So you don't, you're still look, it's a bit wooden movement. You're not like, say, jump. I like to jump a lot when I play Ana. So it's a lot of like a frog essentially. You're just always constantly on the move. You're a harder target to hit, but you're also, may I add, awful positioning as you're in no man's land. Okay, this Bastion could very easily just turn around, kill you. So you have no cooldowns. You're in empty space. You have to get the closest space, which is you have to either play a corner here, play here, or you run around here or here. You cannot stay where you are. I know you're going left, but still the damage is done. Of these should finish you off here because you're open by yourself. So you still lack the aim in. We'll go to the end of this round because it's already been 50 minutes. We've got 56 minutes. So just aiming. You're aiming out far too much. Ashe, you miss. I know you hit the shot, nice, but you still just. It's not worth the lottery of do I hit this, do I not. You might as well just aim in. It makes no difference except you hit more shots if you aim in. Right, you have cooldowns. This Bastion gets slept and these get antied. Okay, but let's see what the play is for you. Okay, so you're anti no one. Bastion doesn't get hit by it, and I'm gonna guess you sleep as well. I was lucky on the sleep that you actually got slept, but the nade was wasted completely. In this situation, there's a large bulk of people here. You know there's a Bastion at most by himself here. You already know you're down one. You've done the Bob as well. Okay, but you did pick that tank, which is a big pick by itself. You nade this here. If you nade this here, it cuts off these, and it also makes your Zarya able to push on them, which would leave the Bastion would probably stay with you, but in the long term the Zarya wins that fight. But you should nade here, nade this way here, so it cuts off these sites, and then sleep the Bastion. So easy nade capability here. You just arc it over here, so it hits around here. Even hits here is fine because it will still get at least one. And Bastion, you know, using configuration, you can easily loop around and sleep. Nope, you need the floor. Okay, and then you do sleep the Bastion. Well, that was just lucky. You do manage to cap, which is fine. But you're still... It wasn't from your plays that you capped. Your plays could have got you killed. Because these should have died or should have been affected by an anti rather than just being as they are, because this Genji is very aggro. Because even if you anti them, the Genji would push in as it is. Miss this is fine to just clean up, but you can just aim in and you should be hitting these, especially on these slow walking enemies. You probably more the Mercy, prioritize the Mercy because of that constant healing. And you've got a Genji. Whatever your Genji focuses, you focus too. You can be shooting here. You have 13 out of 15. You don't need to be reloading just yet. You can just be firing down shots. It's just more damage, which creates a bigger stall. Okay, so Mercy's still very low here. You could have healed the Mercy. Okay, Mercy. You know you can hear a soldier on the left. You see your Mercy's half. Your Genji's antied. And you go for the damage once again, but your Mercy still needs that healing. Okay, he's damaged, but the Ashe you walk past, you walk straight through it actually. Mercy still needs healing. Genji could do it for top up. You walk through the Ashe could do healing. Genji could do with some healing. You hit the shields, you miss both shots, you could just aim and you hit them. Your Mercy needs healing. You're probably going to nade here, knowing what you've done so far. But Mercy can easily hang back here and you can easily hit a shot, but I think you're going to nade. Yeah, obviously. So you wasted nade completely there. Your team fights, well, they're here, there's 4 here. This nade could very much be used here. Instead of on one lone Mercy, you can easily hit a shot. Again, aiming, even then, nade could be useful here because more than one person's lost health. You use nade if more than one person has lost health. Yeah. Alright, you hit that, nice. You sleep the ram. The ram's open to be slept. You've still got it. I don't know why I'm holding it for. You can sleep the ram. You know a Bastion ult's coming through, so you're going to have to spread out as it is. This Bastion, once again, this ult is another one that prioritizes healers. It goes for them, it goes for the slowest character, and once again, as I said before, you are the slowest character. You're bound to die by this, 100%. Okay, you need to keep your Ashe up. Even then, you just back up into spawn. Don't need to go anywhere else. Just go back to spawn, because there's no point in going anywhere else, essentially. So I don't know why I went for them, but you realistically should have been the target for that. You were lucky to not die from that. But you need to keep everyone up here. Just keep aim down sides and you keep the Zarya up. Ashe, you notice he was half, but you could have quickly done it. So you need to. I know it's hard because at this rank they just try and do as much as they can by themselves. But you need to just spam that you are close to Nano because he has Blade. You know, because of his passive mannerisms, he's more than likely to just go straight in. You need to build Nano at the same pace he builds Blade. Then you're more likely to hit like better shots, essentially. Well, better combos. Still got nade. It was a bit of a late nade, to be honest. It didn't hit anyone. You can also and if you arc it a bit better, or even hit it off a wall, you can hit it. You can hit off the payload, you hit the ram, you hit the soldier, and if you arc it nicely, you hit these three back here, which would also heal your Genji and help him more. You're just sat around. You need to quickly gain nano, because then you can even help him out just by the end of his blade. But the ram gets slapped here. So ram still does not get slapped. You're just holding sleep. You need to just sleep the ram. The ram gets slapped. Your Genji's already cleaned up. You support the Zarya. You sleep this, then just do damage onto it. Right, you're fine here because you're just coming back. But I don't know where you're going here. You see, look, this is an awful. You're taking a height, yes, but you're taking that an off angle. But you should realistically, you need to be over here, if anything. I don't know why you decided to go there of all places. But if you sit up top, right, just one of these, you have an angle here, or even, right, you're going to be playing the corner anyways, just play where your Ashe is. Then you've got here, you've got up there, and you've got down here as well. Keep your Ashe up, which is fine, just destroy them, do not waste a nade on it. You sleep the ram here, any day, you've missed everything. Okay. So, in this situation, you need to sleep the ram. That ult just eats away at you. Yes, your team can back up and can just disperse once you sleep that. That's your high priority. Your sleep cancels ults. Your sleep cancels team fights. Their ram ult is what they're using as an engagement. You need to stop this engagement with the sleep. It's a disruptor ability. You can easily stop team fights any day of the week. Okay, you know he's probably got ult because every tank that has ult plays more aggro. They'll always push forward more than they would any other time because they're eager to use their ult. So you know it's happening. You can probably nade it here, so you get some on the ram and you keep your team up, and then you sleep it, and then your team backs up. No, see, your Mercy's your Mercy's crit. In fact, if you naded that there, your Mercy wouldn't be crit and would be more healed. You can still sleep this ram. Yes, he might get woken up by this. It doesn't matter all by the Zarya. As long as he's slept, it keeps the Mercy out of harm's way. Well, you hit your nade, but it was a very late nade. Your Mercy's dead. You might be next target, honestly, or the Zarya, but you still sleep this and get away. Miss your sleep. Your Mercy dies. Obviously, she's got no help. You can't see her from where you are. Get to a better position where you can see her. And you nano here. You have 20 seconds left. It was a waste. You've already lost your Mercy. The fight's over. Okay. Your Ashe might die because she's back here. The nano I don't think is needed. They do grav, so it's a desperation ult because you're being pushed by this. You hear the clock chime, so you think, "Oh Christ, we got to finish. We got to hurry. We got to use rolls, or else we just won't use them whatsoever." But in turn, it does more bad than it does good. We'll see. I think you might kill the ram because the ram's very low. But yeah, you once again you focus on damage, right? But when we look at your Ashe, right? Your Ashe is very low. Your Ashe is being impacted by this and potentially the Bastion or even the Ana. You need to be hitting this heal on the Ashe. Okay, your Ashe backs up, your Genji backs up. You can heal them both. You focus low first, low to high. Focus this, then this, then this. These are your priorities, your teammates. Aim in. You're right in front. You hit them shots. You focus damage. You focus heals. You should focus heals here, not damage. You have a nade. Your nade heals your team and does damage. Plus, it should secure the kill on the ram if you nade this. And because you also missed your shots, they're very easy shots to hit. You need to be hitting your shots here. You can nade this. The fight's over as it is, considering how far forward they are and how far back yous are. Yous will die here, 100%. The Zarya just resets. She's got no ult. She can die. You just reset as quick as possible now because the team fight's over. You swap to stall. She'll swap to stall. Then you should be able to touch at the very least. Okay, your Mercy goes into res. Big waste. Okay, she shouldn't have got that res. She shouldn't have ulted for it, but she'll go to touch. Okay. Odd in general. She should have died essentially by the ram, but I don't know why she didn't. So it looks like she'll get to touch. Okay. It triggers overtime. Okay. You're on 6% ult. You should make the swap to Lucio. I don't know why you're not. It's an overtime. You've got no ult. Just go stall. It's a last ditch effort. You might as well just stall. Okay. Nade. Sleep. It's unwarranted. You do notice though, you had one on here. So I just quickly put it back. You have the Mercy pushing the puncher. You go Lucio here. You jump past them. You can get to point and push it potentially further. Yes, it's a last ditch effort, but it's every little counts. End of the day, though, it is over. And that's all we're gonna do because we are already at an hour, and I was thinking it will go for longer. But to recap, okay. To recap, what you need, right? So just notice throughout, okay, nice. Essentially, I hate this skin by the way. Essentially, what you need to do, okay, is work on one, positioning. You need to always have the best angle possible to have the most impact, positive impact on the game. Once you get this angle, once you get the angles right, you'll definitely position is what separates good players from great players. You need good positioning, you need great positioning, and then you naturally just start winning more games because of your positioning. You do better as is. You need to aim down sights more. You need to focus your cooldown management and importance of cooldowns, and you need your priority, like target priority, to be sorted because you just don't prioritize the right things that you need to. You seem to always prioritize the wrong thing. But yeah, I think that's about it. Sorry, this is an hour for 9 minutes. I think it was, or 8 minutes. But yeah, thank you for being the first VOD review I've ever done. And yeah, thank you. Goodbye. Go climb.